Marcia Bloomfield grew up in a tiny zinc-roof house in the heart of a Kingston ghetto, where the sweet smell of coconut drops and banana fritters often drifted from her grandmother's wood fire stove. It was in that cramped kitchen that Marcia discovered her gift. While other children played outside, she whisked, kneaded, and sprinkled flour like magic dust. At 21, with nothing but a dream, a scholarship, and two well-worn suitcases, she boarded a plane to America to study baking and pastry arts. The first weeks were rough, cold weather, strange food, fast-talking professors, but when Marcia touched dough, the world made sense again. Her pastries and cakes were amazing. The patties stuffed with jerk chicken, rum-infused creme brulees, ginger guava tarts made her the talk of the school. Within a year, she became the head pastry chef of the student bakery, winning national awards, and thousands of social media followers who adored her warm smile and Caribbean flair. Marcia posted everything: the 4 a.m. bakes, the trophies, the tiny car she bought with her school earnings. She wanted everyone back home to see that a girl from the street could rise. But not everyone celebrated her success. A few women from her old community grew jealous. They claimed she was showing off, that her cakes weren't all that, and that she didn't deserve the praise she was getting. Their resentment turned dark. They reported lies to immigration authorities, hoping to get her deported. One night, exhausted from the constant fare, Marcia made a heartbreaking decision. She sold her car, packed her bags, and flew back to Jamaica before anyone else could decide her future for her. Back in her tiny house, all she had left was her talent. So she set up a little table on her porch, lit her grandmother's old stove, and began to bake again. At first, it was just neighbors. Then neighbors told friends. Then friends told strangers. Within weeks, hundreds lined up in the hot sun for a taste of her legendary pastries and cakes. Her porch bakery turned into a thriving business. Money flowed in faster than she ever imagined. Marcia built a massive mansion on the hilltop, white walls, blue shutters, and a kitchen big enough to fit her entire childhood home. She opened Bloomfield Bakery, a sparkling shop filled with the aroma of vanilla, nutmeg, and triumph. Word of her success crossed the oceans. American product experts flew to Jamaica just to taste her creations. Shocked and impressed, they invited her to the U.S. first class, where Marcia signed a multi-million-dollar deal to stock her pastries in major supermarkets across the country. But this time, Marcia had learned her lesson. She still loved her fans, still posted occasionally, but she no longer showed every blessing. The biggest deals, the sweetest victories, the quiet joys were kept just for her and her family. And so, the girl from the ghetto, who once baked on a porch to survive, rose higher than she ever imagined, not by showing the world everything, but by protecting what mattered most. Marcia Bloomfield built an empire, one cake and one pastry and one wise choice at a time. Yes, my Twisted Tale fanatics, there is much to be learned from this story. First of all, do not show your hand before you make your move. That is very important. You know, sometimes when you make those big moves and you let everyone know about it, it gives the opportunity for your enemies to plan your demise. Also, never give up on your dreams. If you know you have a talent, do not allow naysayers and haters to stop you from achieving that dream. Because even though they put stumbling blocks in your way, those challenges are there for you to rise to another level. Despite the adversity that Marcia faced, she never gave up. She simply changed strategies and recognized where she went wrong so that she could grow and evolve into a better version of herself. Yeah, man, the story I teach whole heap of things well, we need to learn. You understand? Anyway, if you have liked this first episode of Twisted Tales, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Don't forget to click that bell so every time I drop a story, you are the first to be notified. Big up yourself